I got 7 minutes to quickly go over 7 tips of good communication. So follow me, listen tight. First, in order to work well, live well, and experience more in life with others, we must be able to have good communication. Here's some of my tips I have for being the best you can be when it comes to communication. Number 1, have something to say. Have something to say from your experience. Know what you're saying from knowledge-wise, and have something to say from the perspective of your wisdom. So have something to say based off of those 3 things: experience, knowledge, and wisdom. Tip number 2, translate what you have to say. In translating what you have to say, that means create a good delivery system to get your point across. Be sincere and authentic with what you're saying, because the person talking should speak from the heart to give value to the person that is listening sincerely for comprehension. Tip number 3, repetition. Practice, practice, practice. One of the reasons I decided to create more content on my YouTube channel is just for that, skills training. If I decided to be a public speaker and become better at it, I must practice at speaking to the public. Just in the same way, if you want to have better sales skills, you must practice. It's just that basic. You can keep your family together if you talk to them, but if you talk to them well, you and your family can go off to accomplish all the dreams and the goals that you want and desire. You can ask everyone you come in contact with, you wouldn't want to buy what I got, would you? And I promise you, what I'm saying is that if you say that enough times to enough people, someone will eventually say, maybe I would. What you got? And at that point, what I'm saying is you have to keep it positive, and you have to let them know what you have or what their options are, right? Or what you're going to tell them. No, that's all right. What I have probably wouldn't even work for you anyways. Of course not. So the philosophy wrapped around that is you can chop a tree down in 30 days with a hammer, or you could chop a tree down in 30 minutes with an axe. It's all about the tool you decide to use and how well equipped and knowledgeable you are with those tools. So practice. Use the correct tool properly and you'll get better results. Period. Tip number 4 to good communication: brevity. Keep it short and simple. The more knowledgeable you are, the more brief you can become. Let's take Jesus for example. When he walked around town and he saw somebody he wanted to get down on his team, he simply said, "You, follow me." My idea reason why he was able to say that is because for all he was, he didn't have to say. So what I'm saying is when you become bigger and better, your reputation may precede you, so when you arrive to your destination, you won't have to say much. Reputation gets a lot of the job done before you ever even arrive. And tip number 5, style. This is a personal one. Develop your own style. Be a student of styles and how you communicate with others. Definitely study other people and how they communicate, but don't copy them. Have your own style. And tip number 6 is have a good vocabulary. We are only able to define the world we're in within ourselves through the pictures of the tool called vocabulary. So what I encourage everyone that hears a word like that last word, brevity, tip number 4, if you don't know a word or unfamiliar with the definition, look it up. This is the futures. Like, we all have a small device connected with us at all time that has us connected to the information of the world called a cell phone. Use it. Google. Hello. All you have to do is develop an expansive vocabulary for yourself. And the reason I encourage this for you is because vocabulary is the way we are able to see things. And you're only able to present the vocabulary you have for divine insight, vision, and awareness to the world around you. If you have a limited vocabulary, then I promise your world is limited by default of your own lack of defining perception to the words you're able to use to describe it. Like it says in the Bible, from the depth of your heart you speak. So my question to you is, if you have a limited vocabulary, wouldn't you agree that once you start outpouring your heart, it would be shallow? Exactly. So how else are you going to translate and express what's on your heart and mind except by the words you use? I encourage you, motivate you, step your vocabulary game up. And last but not least, number 7 is all about intensity. Knowing the words are good, but what's even better is having those words loaded with emotions. The words are just words without power behind it. For instance, it's the difference between reading the word bitch and then being called one.